Demi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well and I hope life is treating you good. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. Little bit of a confession, it was meant to be get ready with me Q&A, but I woke up late this morning and I didn't have time to do that because I was meeting my friend Lewis for breakfast in town and I just didn't have time to film the get ready with me part, or else I would have missed me breakfast. And I'm sorry, but I didn't want to miss me nice avocado on toast. I actually had a really lovely morning. I went to, I think it's called horticulture. Oh my god, I'm so bad. It's called horticulture in Newcastle. It was very nice if you're looking for a breakfast place. We really enjoyed it and it was lovely to have a little catch up with Lewis. But today I'm just going to be doing a Q&A. I asked over on my Instagram story for any questions. I did one of these back end of the year, but I didn't really like the way I come across in it. Felt like it was just not the best Q&A that I've done, so I'm going to be doing a new one. I asked for loads of questions on my Instagram and you asked and I'm going to answer. So without further ado, let's just get in to see what you want to know. I feel like a Q&A is such a backhanded excuse for a video, but honestly I really didn't know what to film. I do have a food video coming up on Friday, but for Monday's video I just thought we'll sit down, we'll have a cuppa together and we'll just do a nice Q&A. So I hope you don't mind a little chat. I'm just going to do a mix of juicy questions but also just general questions. This is just going to be a big fat Q&A. The first question is favourite foundation for dry skin. So I actually do have dry skin, so I felt like I could answer this, and the foundation that I've been using for the longest time now is the Pixi by Petra Beauty Balm foundation. I think I use the shade Nude, but this is what it looks like on my skin. Honestly, I love the foundation so much. I feel like when I keep up with a good skincare routine, the foundation always sits really smooth. And it's weird because I tried the foundation when it first came out years ago and I really didn't get on with it. I thought it was quite sheer. But my love for makeup products and what I like in makeup has definitely changed over the last few years. And now I really, really love it. So I would say that's one of my favourite foundations. And I love Pixi because they are a cruelty-free and vegan brand. Well, not all vegan. I think most of their products are vegan. Maybe all of them, but I think there might be a few that aren't vegan. But anyway, nonetheless, that's my favourite foundation and it's the one that I think for the foreseeable I'm going to keep repurchasing. I have played around with a few others here and there, but I just haven't got on with them as much as I love the Pixi one. Most used makeup product. People are really interested in my makeup these days, which is nice, I think, because I guess it means that you like my makeup, maybe, or maybe not. But my most used makeup product would probably be the Pixi by Petra Flawless Beauty Primer. I really love that product. It's a primer, but I use it on days where I'm wearing no makeup just to give my skin a nice glow. And I honestly, hands down, think it's one of the best products to exist. I'll have it linked below if you're interested in it. I have gone through probably like 5 bottles of it already. I love it so much, so I'm going to probably say that. I love Pixi beauty products. I feel like they give you a really natural finish, but they just enhance your features. And I really want to try Selena Gomez's makeup brand, Rare Beauty, but I haven't got my hands on anything yet, but I really want to try it. I think it's similar to Pixi in terms of it's a very natural makeup brand that just enhances your features, and I love that that's what Selena wanted with the makeup brand, so I'm actually really excited to try it, but I just haven't yet. I'd like to know, do you prefer a night in or a night out? You know what, it's so funny because my answer to this has changed drastically over the last year. So if you asked us a year ago, night in, I would always have said night in, but if you're asking us now, probably a night out. I feel like COVID has just really affected how I feel about this. I really did miss socialising, going out with friends, having a dance. I love Rusty's in Newcastle Centre. It's my favourite place, and a night out isn't a night out if I haven't been there for a good boogie. That's actually where I first met Lewis, who I went out for breakfast with this morning, and I just think it's one of the best places. You're not judged there, nobody cares who you are, what you are, and I just love it so much. But yeah, probably a night out now. I love getting dressed up, I love going out with my friends and just having a good laugh. So as of recent, a night out. Next question is, how are you doing lately? And you know what, this question I really wanted to answer because I feel like going into 2022, I think it's quite obvious that the end of 2021 just wasn't great for me. I wasn't having the best end to the year, and there was a lot of things that just made us feel down, depressed, and I lost my work motive. I wasn't getting dressed every day. I was lying in bed till yawn time. Like, honestly, it just wasn't great. But 2022, before the new year, I sat down and had a chat with myself, and I'm like, look, love, what are you going to do? This is going to be your life for the foreseeable. You need to this can't be. You need to get out there, you need to start, you know, getting yourself back on track. And I don't know what it was that was making us feel so down. It was just a feeling that I was having every morning. I was waking up and I just wasn't feeling great at all. But I feel like 2022 has definitely been a huge reset for me. I'm so motivated with work. I'm going out with friends. I'm making sure that I appoint time to see friends and family. I'm making sure that I have a good work-life balance. I'm really sticking into my work, and honestly, I'm just really happy at the moment. I feel in a really good place, and that to me is just amazing, and I really hope it stays like that. But obviously I feel like with mental health and emotions and stuff, you never know, but I just really hope and pray that I'm able to keep this mindset throughout 2022, keep the spirits high, keep socialising, keep working, and just, yeah, I really hope that I can keep it up. What's your favourite clothing brand? Ooh, trying my hardest to now shop at charity shops and also on Depop as and when I can. I'm going to talk about a high street brand or a mainstream brand that you can go and buy from. I would probably say ASOS or Shein. I mean, ASOS design I really love, and I think you can get some amazing plus size products on there. I also really love Shein though, and I know it's, you know, not the best for the environment. I really love Shein for their plus size products. They are so in trend and fashionable, which I find a lot of plus size websites lack. They don't provide the fashion side of it, which I think Shein really does nail for plus size girls, and that's why I always get a good few staple items from them. And I really wish that there was a more sustainable route that I could go down, but honestly, shopping sustainably for plus size is really hard. And you know, a lot of the time I don't want to justify spending £100 on one item when I know that I can get a good few items. But I am trying my best to be more aware and shop sustainably as and when I can, but I am not 100% there yet. And you know, I'm not perfect, and I do still shop at Shein and ASOS and stuff like that. Next question says, are you interested in crystals, or are they not your thing? They're not my thing, to be honest. I've never really had an interest in them. I don't really know the meanings behind them. I don't really know anything about them, to be honest. It's not something that I think I would ever be into. I just don't understand it. But no, I'm not into them. Least favourite thing about social media? I get asked this question all the time, and my answer definitely changes depending on my mind and mindset. But honestly, like, just when there's no trends going around, I really struggle for content ideas. But obviously putting yourself out there and, you know, allowing so many people in on your life comes with judgment, and that's something that you've got to accept, and it isn't always nice. And I'm trying my hardest to get better to just accept judgment and just accept that, you know, people's opinions aren't always going to be the same as mine, and, you know, just to get better at accepting that in general. Yeah, sometimes I do get a little bit agitated when I get so many different opinions on videos and stuff like that. And I think, you know what, actually the thing is like the ideal to be perfect on social media really annoys us, because like, for example, in a recent Daily Dose of Us vlog, I did say that I hadn't picked the dog poo up in my garden for about a week, and I understand that that is an incredibly long time to leave it. We don't usually leave it that long. We usually do a pick up every other day, but life got in the way and we hadn't picked it up for a week, and it was like people were disgusted in the comments. But I'm like, you know what, like, I understand it's a long time, but at the same time, like, if you live this ideal perfect life, then great for you, but that's not my reality, and that never has been my reality. And sometimes I do forget to pick the dog shit up out the garden, and that's just the way it is. So I think the idea that your life has to be perfect and you have to be on top of everything all the time, and that your laundry constantly has to be done, and you have to make your bed every morning, and you have to pick your dog shit up every week, and it's like, you know, like, yes, I'd love to live that life and I'd love to be that perfect, but I'm not, and I'm never gonna be. So I think that is annoying. It's just, the fact is like, you feel like everybody who comments on your life lives this perfect life because they have these comments about your life, and you're just like, well, I don't live that life, and I never have. But yeah, that's probably my hardest thing that I'm dealing with at the minute, is just realising that, like, you know, it's just struggling with the idea that I don't have this like perfect life that everybody seems to have. But yeah, I know people don't have that though, and I think it's just when I get the comments, I'm like, ugh, you know, I am down that I didn't pick the shit up for a week and a half, but what can I do about it? Just gotta get on and do it. But yeah, that can get annoying, but it's not a big deal really. Think you'll ever move out of Newcastle? Absolutely not. Obviously I have bought my house in here in Newcastle now, and for years and years I considered moving out of Newcastle. I wanted to move to Australia. I wanted to just not live in Newcastle basically. I thought I hadn't honestly thought for a lot of years that I hadn't been successful if I lived in Newcastle. I hated it. But the more I've got older, the more I've learned to appreciate Newcastle. I think it's an absolutely gorgeous city. I think there's a lot of things here, and I really like Newcastle. So no, I don't think I'll ever move out of Newcastle. I love going on trips and holidays, but Newcastle is my home and I really like it. What's your dream car? The thing is, I am not interested in cars at all. I love my little car. Daphne, she's a Peugeot 107 and I've had her for nearly 6-7 years now, and every single time I meet up with somebody, maybe from my old workplace or anything like that, they're like, you still got that car? And I'm like, yeah, she's working, why wouldn't I have her? Like, for me, I will not get a car until she no longer works, just because I'm not into them. I need a little run around that and get us from A to B, but other than that, I'm happy and I don't care what I'm driving. I'm just not into cars. It's not something that I value enough to want to spend like a lot of money on, and I don't really have a dream car for that reason, because even if I did win the lottery or come into a lot of money, I honestly don't think I'd be buying a car as a first purchase. Like, it doesn't interest us, like, you know, I'm not into that type of thing. So I don't have a dream car. I love Daphne. She is my dream. She's my bestie. I love her. Have you set any goals for this year? Always am the type of person who's like, yeah, new year, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I probably never really do them. But this year, I did set a few goals. I did want to start getting up earlier in the morning. So I try and get up at 7 AM every day now. Sometimes I've had a lie until 9. But honestly, 9 o'clock is still getting up early compared to back end of last year. Like how bad my sleeping pattern and just life was in general. I really wanted to start a new exercise or new hobby or something that I would enjoy, and I started Zumba and dancing, and I thoroughly enjoy both of them. I mean, I've only done 1 week. I don't want to speak too soon, but I really want to keep it up for the year. I really want it to be something that's a part of my life that I just enjoy, because I feel like it was important for me to find an exercise that I enjoyed, because I was doing absolutely nothing. I hate the gym, and the thought of the gym makes us feel sick. It makes us want to cry. Honestly, I'm not being dramatic. That's the reality of it. So the Zumba and the dancing, I just feel like the bee's knees, and I love it so much. So I wanted to find a hobby or something like that, which I think I've done. And I honestly wanted to focus this year on making memories with family and friends, and I'm definitely setting up this year to do that. I'm making lots of plans. I'm just really excited for this year, and I also want to, of course, focus on work, and I feel like I am doing that as well. And I've had some very exciting business meetings over the last few days, so, and campaigns coming through, which I'm really excited for. So yeah, nothing too extravagant, because I know I don't want to set unrealistic goals to then at the end of the year feel like I've failed. But they're just the things that I really want to focus on this year. It's just making memories, doing something that I find fun, that gets us out there a little bit, focusing on my health a little bit more, and yeah. When you were buying your first home, what was key points that sold you? Not just related to the house you're in now, but things you knew you had to have in the house when you were looking? This is a good question. I feel like me and Sean both had our own ideals for when we were looking at houses, so I can't obviously speak for him, but I do know one of his was a driveway. He really wanted like a driveway where he could put his car, and he didn't want to have like off-street parking. For me, that wasn't necessarily a must, but yeah, I did actually want a driveway as well, to be fair. But for me, it was to be able to have an office room. I just really thought having an office room would motivate us more, and it would mean that my work-life balance could actually be better, because when I leave the office, that's my like work done for the day. And I do feel like the office has definitely helped my work-life balance from when I compare it to living at my mum's. So for me, I think having an office was actually really important. You know what, like I didn't really have that many specific goals. We did want a detached house when we knew what our budget was, and we did. Actually, no, we didn't. We looked at semi-detached houses as well, so that's a lie. To be fair, I don't think I had that many things. I feel like I was so fussy at the time of looking for a house, but now I can't pinpoint what my actual like wants were. My God, what did I want? I felt like Sean had a lot more than me. I wanted a garden. Obviously, I wanted like a garden area, because I knew that I was going to have dogs, so that was quite important for us to have an area for them. Honestly, I'm honestly gone blank. Like I can't remember what I was going into houses wanting. I feel like there wasn't that many specific things. I just had to feel like I could turn it into a home when I walked in. And for a lot of houses, I didn't feel that, but for this one, we definitely did. And I feel like that's what made me really want it as well. Yeah. Sorry, that's such a crap answer, but I honestly can't think of anything. I'm gonna end the Q&A here. I feel like it was quite a boring one. I feel like sometimes boring's good. Like not everything in life has to be clickbaity and stuff. But yeah, it was just a general chat, and I will have a food video going up on Friday. I'm trying to post Mondays and Fridays on this channel, and then Wednesdays and Sundays on Daily Dose of Us. If you have any feedback on the Daily Dose of Us vlogs, please let us know. I did actually recently ask on my Instagram story for feedback, because I feel like people are like the editing shit, but I actually really love the editing on that channel at the minute. And then people were annoyed about the picking up the poo time lapse, which I just thought, well, you like us cleaning the house, is it not the same thing? But apparently it annoyed people, so I'm really sorry. I will not put any of that in going forward. But yeah, any feedback on the Daily Dose of Us channel or this channel, I would really appreciate it, because I am trying to get a balance of what I like to film, record and edit, but also what you like to see as well. But I was just a bit stuck, didn't know what to do. So I was like, Q&A, meant to be get ready with me Q&A, woke up late, so I'm already ready and it's a Q&A. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you again on Friday. Bye.